Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to another all-new episode of Rise and Shine Gaming here on the Corky's World channel. I'm Corky, as always, and if you see the Rise and Shine logo, you know it means I'm sitting here, I'm on the couch in the studio, I'm wearing pajamas, and we're going to be playing a random game found on one of my consoles. Now, I have the Xbox One in here, as you guys may or may not know by now, depending on how these air. But it's awesome. That means I'm opened up to a whole new library, like 50 plus games of different things I get to show you guys that I've either played or downloaded for one reason or another. And today we're going to start off with Plague Incorporated Evolved. So Plague Inc. came out on Steam originally a few years ago and then slowly bled through every system you can imagine. It's on PS3 and 4. I believe Wii U got a release. I don't think Wii did, and Professor Sanford can actually double check on Wii U, because I might be making that up. I know it's on iOS, I know it's on Android, and then of course it's on 360 and Xbox One. So, let's give it a go, shall we? So the whole point of, fucking get fucked. The whole point of Plague Inc. is to start, we're gonna do a main game, is to start as a bacteria, virus, fungus, Neurax worm, parasite, prion, necrovirus, nanovirus, bioweapon, and then simian flu is actually for the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes release. Official movie content from Planet of the Apes. Control intelligent apes whilst eradicating humanity with an artificial virus. I kind of want to play that on the channel, but it wouldn't really be giving you guys just like a generic look. So we're going to do bacteria, and then maybe I'll film another episode where we do simian flu. What would be good is if I watched Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and did a review with it, but we'll see what happens. So, we're on the modified genetic code screen now, where you can add certain genetics that you unlock in the game. Like, creationists decrease the chance of your plague mutating. They can either make the game easier or harder. So, casual is for new or quick, normal is experienced strategists. That's like, that's kind of like, let's play normal, and we will edit the name to be CRKY, and then where's the dash? And we'll just say 7. Corky 7. All right, let's go. Welcome to Plague Incorporated. You are a new bacteria. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague. Select start location. Select a country to begin your plague. When you select it with right trigger, you can see more information. Pop the start bubble to confirm with RT, or pop the start bubble with RT to confirm, or select another country instead. So, everyone always says it's better to start in this region because, with their low quality of living, I should say, their inability to get vaccines and stuff, like India is usually the best place to start. So, population's huge, that's also a plus, so let's go. We'll start in India. Alright, so Corky 7 begins in India. Corky 7 has infected its first human. Weak, but used to hot temperatures. It must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. So these are points. And you click right trigger to collect them. And then when we have enough points, we click X. And then here's transmission, symptoms, and abilities, which we will learn more about the more points we get. So we have 5 points now. So we can add a symptom like anemia, cysts, insomnia. So nausea is always a good one to go with. So you've successfully evolved Corky 7. You have spent DNA points to evolve your disease, and more options have opened up. Get more by popping DNA and biohazard bubbles with the right trigger and infecting people. So basically, the best way to spread is, you can use common sense in this. Like nausea, that's like, so vomiting never gets completely cleaned up. Those germs are always in the air or on something. So that's a good way to spread something right away. And then down the road, you can add things like cyst and stuff to make it so that people can't really function while they have this. Pop orange DNA bubbles with right trigger when they randomly appear to get bonus DNA points, which you can use to evolve your disease. And so when you're on the phone, you just touch screen this. But right now, you have to use the left trigger. But it does pretty much like jump right to the next one. So, alright. Corky 7 is spreading from person to person in India and will grow exponentially. You control the plague indirectly by evolving it, so... Okay, so we had nausea, and now we can add vomiting, so that should help. And then you can see down there India is slowly turning redder and redder, which means our infection is growing. We haven't killed anybody yet, but it'll get there. Diarrhea, coughing. So the next thing we should look at evolving is transmission, because unless we can get it off this area, we're only going to affect this continent. And the best way... Okay, tip. To find out more about your country, press A when a country is selected to open the country menu. Alright, so we should have enough for a transmission, and we are going to go with... okay, so there are different types, obviously, and I'm thinking we're going to start with insect. Corky has infected hundreds in India, increasing the chance that an infected person will infect a healthy person. Keep evolving your disease. So we're doing all right. We're doing good so far. Sorry if you heard any clicking there. All right, we're slowing down. That's never good. Pneumonia, sneezing. See, look at that. We added sneezing, and now it's jumping like that. That could also be... bugs can get onto these little ships and planes that are going around, and you have a small percentage. If you bump up the evolution on that, it grows, but right now it's just like we have like a 4% chance of infecting another country through one of those. Alright, so we've infected thousands in India. People are being infected faster and faster. So... that's great that we're infecting people, but if it gets too much to a peak, they're going to start working on an antibacterial, antivirus, and unless we're like really knocking people down, we're not gonna get much done. Really need some more points. It's all about the points, Brent. Alright, China's been infected. Your disease has taken an important step in becoming a plague. When a new country is infected, pop the red bubble. Alright, so we got to China, so we're doing alright. Alright. We'll go ahead and protect against all climates. More infectious than tuberculosis. And then what I do like about this game is up at the top there are little fake news articles going the whole time. That's pretty fun. Is it control where it goes by augmenting the transmission, which we don't have enough points to do that yet, so. Because next would probably be water. More people than the HIV. Okay, so we gained a symptom without even doing anything, which will occasionally happen. It's just mutating. So we developed pulmonary edema. Probably not saying that right. Alright, so now we're going to do water. So what did we gain? This right here. Potentially fatal heart abnormality causes breakdown of respiratory system, releasing pathogen into the air. Oh, nice. See, so that red ship right there was carrying it. Yup. So now it's starting. Look, now we're like racking up points like nobody's business. And then we'll also do livestock. First death has been confirmed in India. Bad luck or the beginning of something terrible. Look, someone just went to America. So now that we're in America, we need to start being ready to jump on something like this. right here, becomes resistant to Class 1 and Class 2 antibiotics, increasing effectiveness in wealthy countries. So, the next step would be, pathogen becomes harder to analyze in the lab, decreases future research speed, so we're going to do that as well. Ooh, got a lot of red ships and airplanes going out. Mystery still surrounds the decision to postpone the London Olympics. Organizers promise it will happen soon, but no reason has been given for the change. It was us. We're the reason. What other symptoms can we drop? Fever, rash. What we got here? Blood diarrhea. This is definitely a morbid game, but the way they present it makes it so catchy and fun and addictive to jump on. Projectile vomiting, yes. Oh, we got an achievement. Long shot. Discover the projectile vomiting combo. Neat. India shuts down airports. Not gonna do much good now. Alright, so now we're going to add insomnia. And then we're also going to add air and water too. Did you see that? Look at how fast it's spreading now. Alright, so now we can add pathogen bypasses air water filters due to the adaptive cellular shell. Increases infectivity, especially in humid and arid climates, and plane and ship transmissions. There's a new social network on the scene for people without friends. Blank Book Plus is expected to attract billions of people within days. So they throw in those little fake news articles. So Paranoia has also developed without us having to do anything, which sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. Like if you start off the bat with Paranoia and you're not about this far in the game, it can make people work on a thing like that, and you don't want that. All right, so now we're gonna add. So we just made it harder to come up with a cure. Because you can see down there in the bottom right-hand corner, that's how the world is doing at a cure, and we're at 2%. Uh-oh. Discover the oops symptom. Oops, sneezing and diarrhea are causing unwanted accidents, lowering productivity and drawing attention. Africa going fast now. That's not Africa. South America is what I meant to say. Africa is doing all right. They're holding out a little bit. France has started to send research teams to infected countries, hoping to speed up development. Pop blue bubbles to destroy their research. So that was a blue plane heading to Africa. Tip, pop blue bubble. Yeah, okay. I mean, you said that, so. So. Add those. And we're also going to do. Immune suppression. Okay, get that out of here. Okay, when they get to about 20%, if they do, we're gonna. All right, so we got cis on our side now. Look at Russia light up. So if they get to 20%, we're going to use the shuffle DNA strand again, so it makes it harder for them to get to the cure. And there they go, so... So that ought to slow them down. Yeah, look, it took a step backwards. Getting Iceland is going to be the real challenge. Now that no one's going anywhere. Crap. Okay, birds should help fill out the rest of Canada. It's gonna be close. Killed more than the Spanish flu. Oh, God, we're so fucking close. Get out of here. Get out of here. Inflammation symptom. See, there's only one airport there, and if they shut it down, there's no way to get there. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna warp speed it now. It doesn't look like we're gonna get to it. Unless I can bump up transmission. No. Another thing you can do is you can devolve and get some points back. It kind of helps near the end of the game, but it's looking like we're not going to get to... Yeah, sure. Norway begins to break down. Well, I think they beat us. Because we still haven't infected Iceland, and that's all we needed. U.S. president taken ill. So now the worlds are darkening because people are dying. Oh, we might have done this. We might have clenched this. It's gonna be a stalemate though, because we didn't get hypersensitivity. Because we didn't get Iceland. Is that Iceland? Am I trying to say Greenland? See, the world's not working on a cure anymore. See, so you have to get it... Maybe starting in Iceland is the way to go. It's making me... I've done this before. I guess I just defeat. Killed all its hosts. Some healthy people survived. So guys, that was Plague Incorporated, the Evolved edition. I hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely a fun game. Definitely worth checking out. If it ever becomes like a free game, snag it for sure. Because it's worth your money. It's worth your time for sure. It only gets way more complicated. You have to be really good at strategizing and thinking outside the box. Like, well, if I place this here, is it going to get to here? I just jumped with the always start with India technique, and I clearly should have thought it out a little more. So, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing if you did. Always remember to be good to yourself, be good to each other, and I will see you in the next episode. Later days.